Live from the Jersey Shore to the world. Get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Take the show wherever you go. Download the free Radio Pup app for your smartphone or tablet. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm Ken Malagier, in for our friend Jeremy Grunin. You are listening to Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, streaming live at WOBMAM.com, 1160 and 1310 on your radio AM dial, and, of course, on the Radio Pup app at 1160 News Talk Radio. Your current temperature is just about 55 degrees, and we're going to be getting up into the mid-60s. I am very pleased this morning. We have Steve Beaudoin, owner of Belmar Window Shop, established in 1975 by his father, creator of the Shelter Shutters, a folding magnetic vision panel cover for school doors. He's featured in large school districts across the 5 boroughs and, of course, in just about a dozen New Jersey schools. We are pleased that this invention and more brings Steve into our studio today. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us.
You're very welcome. Nice to be here.
It's awesome. How is life on the Jersey Shore? You've been in business quite a while in this area.
We've been in business a long time. Life is good on the Jersey Shore. We've had our rough years, but the businesses on the upswing.
Excellent. Excellent. Tell us, of course, the main reason for your visit to our studio today is this product that you've created and, of course, brought to market. From conception to invention and actual patenting of Shelter Shutters. How long have you been working at this?
Since 2012. I was asked in late 2012 by a local school principal to design something for the vision panel on a school door, which is usually a very narrow, long rectangular window, and it's a little difficult to cover. It's not the shape of most window treatments. It doesn't work the same way as a shade or blind would. So it was a little difficult to make something to fit it and work that would not get damaged or not get abused on the door.
Right.
But we worked on making a design for close to 6 months and came to her with a prototype. She loved it and made them up for the school.
Excellent. So why would a school specifically need a shelter shutter, or what are the main benefits of this product that you've created?
It's for school lockdowns. They all schools are drilling now several times a year for active shooter lockdowns. As you know, the massacre at Columbine and Sandy Hook changed things for schools and made the lockdown drills just as important as fire drills.
Wow. So your product itself covers the actual vision panel on a school door. Is that so that the intruder is unable to see who's inside, or is it in any way, is the glass itself bulletproof? I know it's a very thick glass.
No, but that's interesting. I was just at a National School Safety School Conference, and there was somebody there promoting Lexan glass. So that's on its way for school doors too. But my product is just a blackout product. It's to make the room appear dark and unoccupied. Hopefully an intruder would just pass by the room.
And move on.
Yeah.
Wow. And so how is business in New York? Have they been more receptive to this product? And what are some of your challenges in bringing it to market?
Yes, in New York, it's one board of education for the 5 boroughs. So it was a little bit easier
to navigate that
yes,
political system, I would imagine.
And I was able to get a sole vendor agreement in the 5 boroughs. So that was it made it much easier to get the jobs there. But in New Jersey, there's challenges. I've got a flame retardant material and a non-flame retardant material. And obviously, the non-flame retardant material is less expensive. And I'm having some issues with price. That it's not a real inexpensive product to make. It takes some time.
I'd imagine so.
And there's other things on the market that are quite a bit less expensive. So,
like curtains.
Yeah. Curtains, and most teachers have been temporarily putting construction paper or something just temporary and makeshift alongside the vision panel that they move over onto the vision panel. So it's not something schools have been focusing on actually purchasing something for because the teachers have been handling it. But it's not the safest technique.
Okay.
The way to go is something that'll actually black out the window and make it look as though the room's dark.
And something that I would imagine is permanently affixed to the door, to the structure of the door.
Yep.
because those doors, they're big and heavy from what I remember, even in elementary school. But I was a lot littler then. Yeah. But I remember the doors being very heavy.
They are. They're big and heavy, and they've got they're usually solid oak.
Right.
There's not much that you can put on a door like that gets a lot of hands on it and used so many times every day. That's not going to be a problem in some way. They flap, and anything that's loose and hanging on there is kind of a problem. Things with strings and working mechanisms are difficult to operate, difficult to keep operating properly. So,
right. Yeah. So what would you say has been or continues to be your greatest challenge in this process so far? So aside from structurally, which obviously those challenges, as you've mentioned, are there physically, but aside from that, what have been some of your challenges in this process?
Getting through to the schools. It's not real easy to promote to schools. You can't cold call them. Very difficult to get them to get the right person on the telephone. You can mail. But walking up to the door is impossible now. All schools have a security system.
Right, you have to buzz in and out.
You've got to buzz in and out. There's a school safety officer. You've got to sign in. You've got to have an appointment with somebody. So
I know
a little bit
even
difficult to promote.
Delivering flowers is difficult to schools. You need like 6 signatures to deliver a rose. Yep. So that's interesting. That's interesting. So communication and reaching out to the right people, finding the right people. So right people, if you are listening, if you are out there, we have Steve in with us today. Feel free to join our conversation at 732-505-1160. We are very pleased to have the owner of Belmar Window Shop in our studio this morning and speaking not only on his business, but also on his latest invention, shelter shutters. And Steve, you have the patent for this product.
I do.
Excellent.
I do. I got it in early this year, February.
Terrific. Congratulations on that. I know that process can be daunting at times.
That was a challenge. Yeah, we had to appeal, and it got shut down once, and had to put it through appeals. So it's a challenge, and it's expensive. It's not cheap to get a patent. So.
Sure. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to speak more about small business here on the New Jersey Shore. Very pleased to have Steve Beaudoin in with us. I'm Ken Malagier, in for Jeremy Grunin. You are listening to Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, streaming live, WOBMAM.com, 1160 and 1310 on your radio AM dial.
Get more Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin at our website, WOBMAM.com. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Make a difference at the Jersey Shore. 732-505-1160. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160, 1310, and WOBMAM.com.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Thanks for sharing your morning with us. I'm Ken Malagier, in for our friend Jeremy Grunin this morning. We do have Steve Beaudoin, an owner of Belmar Window Shop, established in 1975, creator of shelter shutters, a folding magnetic vision panel to cover for school doors. His product is featured in several large schools in the 5 boroughs of New York City and just about a dozen New York schools. I'm pleased that this and more brings Steve into our studio this morning. Good morning again, Steve.
Good morning.
Awesome. Great to have you with us. Tell us a little bit more about Belmar Window Shop. Where are you guys located?
We're on Main Street in Belmar.
Right.
We started in a garage apartment on Highway 71 in Belmar. My dad, while we were living in the apartment upstairs as kids, my dad was working at Schatzo's Variety. A lot of people remember that place from Belmar.
Okay.
My dad was managing Schatzo's Variety and at night making window shades in the garage apartment.
Wow.
Got fairly successful, started doing work in a lot of the Toms River senior communities, Holiday City and such when they started going up, and built a nice little shade business that moved to Main Street several years later.
So from shades to actual windows.
No windows, just all blind, shades, draperies, everything to cover the window from inside the house.
Oh, excellent. Thank you for clarifying. Yep. Yeah. So, and primarily serving the Monmouth and Ocean County area?
Yep, Monmouth and Ocean County, but we go to Atlantic City, we go to New York City. We deal with a lot of interior designers. We're a ASID, Association for Interior Designers. We're an industry partner, so we have a lot of designers from outside the area, New York City and North Jersey, South Jersey, that use our service too. So we
Excellent.
go. pretty far
And
and
what
wide.
does your service encompass? Do you go to clients' homes and do the physical measurements, or is that part of what the designers do?
We do. We have designers that do that. We have some staff designers, and we also work with outside designers. But we bring sample books to the house. We take the measurements at the house, so we fit it properly. And when it's made, we come back and install it.
Excellent, and ensure that it's done.
Yep.
Excellent
Yep.
to your standards.
Yep.
So, being a small business owner on the New Jersey shore, what makes you stay in the Jersey area?
It's our roots. We started here. We were my whole family was born in this area in New Jersey, and we moved to Michigan and Ohio for several years. My dad was in retail store management and transferred several times opening up new stores. But in I think '74, we came back to our roots.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I've been here ever since.
Yep.
Tremendous. So when dealing with a small business such as yours, and certainly I speak on small business quite a bit outside of certainly this radio program, but what do you find are the greatest benefits to shopping small as opposed to some of the big box stores, and what makes it so different?
It's all about service. With the big box stores, you're most likely going to get a product that's fairly comparable. Not quite. They usually use some knockoff parts.
May have cut corners here or there.
Yeah, for example, Home Depot sells a Toro motor. Well, Taylor's Hardware also sells a Toro's motor or Toro motor. Different parts. Plastic parts on the Home Depot, steel parts on the local made. So it's the same kind of difference with custom window treatments. There's better parts. We carry only Hunter Douglas, so we try to keep our quality to the top brand. And
Right.
yeah, we offer not just installation service, but full service afterwards. If anything breaks, we do the repairs. We're a repair center and we're a cleaning center, so we do full service.
Excellent. So even if someone did not purchase a product through you, could they they approach you for the service and the cleaning?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Yeah. And how can they reach you at Belmar Window Shop?
They can go to belmarwindowshop.com, or they can reach us at our phone number, 732-681-4900. We've also got a website for sheltershutters.com. That's our new product for school lockdowns.
Excellent. And phone number would be the same?
Yes.
Excellent. And could you give that phone number again for our
732-681-4900.
Excellent. So reaching Steve is easy to do. You can find him online all the time for Belmar Window Shop, or, of course, at sheltershutters.com. And we're really pleased that this and more brings Steve into our studio today. When we come back, just a little bit more about Shelter Shutters and Belmar Window Shop. I'm Ken Malagier, in for our friend Jeremy Grunin. We'll be back after this short break.
Coming up next, the latest from WOBM News, the Town Square, New Jersey News Network, and Fox News Radio. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Live from the Bob Levy Broadcast Center, overlooking the Toms River. It's time to get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Be a part of the show, 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Good morning and welcome back. I'm Ken Malagier, in for our friend Jeremy Grunin. Thanks for sharing part of your morning with us. You are listening to Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, streaming live at WOBMAM.com, 1160 and 1310 on your radio AM dial. And on the Radio Pup app at 1160 News Talk Radio. We are broadcasting from the beautiful Town Square Media Tower in downtown Toms River, where your current temperature is just about 57 degrees. Join our conversation at 732-505-1160. I'm very pleased this morning that Steve Beaudoin is joining us, an owner of Belmar Window Shop and creator of Shelter Shutters, a folding magnetic vision panel to cover school doors. Good morning again, Steve.
Good morning.
We spoke a little bit in our first half hour, or a lot of it, I should say, on Shelter Shutters and Belmar Window Shop, and there is an organization that through your endeavors with Shelter Shutters and school safety that you've become familiar with, and we wanted to share that a little bit with our listening audience, and that's Rachel's Challenge. Could you tell us a little bit more about Rachel's Challenge?
Rachel's Challenge is it's a program for Rachel Scott, the young first victim at Columbine, the Columbine school massacre. Her father has put together a really unique presentation on anti-bullying, and he takes it countrywide. Schools need to get up enough funds to be able to bring him there, but he has a program that when he addresses the students, it's one of the most powerful things you've ever seen.
Yeah, and so the focus of the organization is anti-bullying.
Anti-bullying, yeah.
Yeah, and how bullying. And I know that it's certainly made the news quite a bit, certainly in the last decade for sure, that a light has really been shown on this epidemic in our schools, has been certainly the root cause of a lot of, or identified anyway, as the root cause of a lot of these tragic events.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the school shootings. You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So to try and find a better way forward for our young people through school, through their school age, without bullying being part of, and I know that we've all been teased growing up and perhaps not all bullied, but how traumatic a serious bullying event can be. And I really think that that's why there is this groundswell of support to rid our schools of that and replace it with tolerance, because that's what it's all about. It's being tolerant of people's differences, of what you might have in common with them, and really highlighting the good in all of us so that we can move forward. Certainly, I mean, it's certainly fine to have disagreements and opinions that are different from others. That's what builds strong character. But certainly nothing in bullying builds strong character. And it's just devastating when it bubbles to this point. You presented me with the words from Rachel Scott's fifth period class. She had to write a brief on ethics and codes of life.
Yes.
The language in this is haunting. She writes in close on her first paragraph, her biggest aspects of ethics include being honest, compassionate, and looking for the best and beauty in everyone.
Yeah.
And of course, this young lady lost her life at Columbine on that tragic day. So definitely a cause. We want you to go to rachelschallenge.org. That could use your support and awareness, because I'm not sure a lot of our listening audience might be aware that this exists. There are people out there that can help, and there are people that you can bring to your school district.
Yeah, this is something that every school can bring them there. It's I don't think it's that expensive, and it's such a powerful program. I've watched the video on the internet, and it is one of the most powerful things you'll ever see.
Right. And of course, with your work in creating shelter shutters to protect the people, young people in our schools, teachers, administrators, because often they are also victims of these massacres.
Sure.
It's not just the students or those that were doing the bullying.
Yep.
It's those that are trying to protect them in these moments of rage that often find themselves injured or unfortunately killed.
Yep.
Yeah. So thank you for your work with that. Tell our listeners again, Shelter Shutters, your website, phone number, how they can get a hold of you, and of course at Belmar Window Shop.
Yeah, well, we are Belmar Window Shop, so you can reach us at belmarwindowshop.com. That's our main website. But if you're interested in information on shelter shutters for your school, that's sheltershutters.com. Also, you can call us. Both businesses will answer the same phone number, 732-681-4900.
4900. Thank you, Steve. Steve, what do you do in your leisure time? A little bit of a lighter part of our conversation this morning.
I play a little golf.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah. I saw that on your jacket. Of course, our listeners can't see your apparel this morning, but so you like golf?
Yeah, that's my favorite pastime.
Excellent. Looking to do a little bit more of that as the years press on?
Yeah. I figure I've got probably 10 years or more before I can think about retiring. I'm still only in my late 50s.
All right.
Yeah, but,
what were some of the most fun places that you've been able or fortunate enough to play golf?
Oh gosh, I played in Hawaii. I went to St. Andrews in Scotland.
Beautiful.
Played a lot in Florida, a lot of nice courses in California.
St. Andrews, did you play the old course?
I did.
I was fortunate enough to play that as well.
Yeah.
That is brutal with the wind.
It was brutal,
wind.
and I played it in March, which is not golf weather there.
No, and I in November, which is also
my gosh.
not ideal golf weather. I remember one of the worst shots I've ever hit was I was hitting a wedge out of a bunker that was probably about 12 feet high, and it was so windy that my shank actually made it on the green. It blew 90 degrees in the other direction, saved by the wind off the North Sea. There's nothing like golf at St. Andrews.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about it, do it, because it's a wonderful experience. Very pleased to have with us golfer and inventor Steve Beaudoin in with us this morning. Steve, it's really been a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you.
We'll see you after this break.
Stay tuned for Preferred Company with Joel Markell and Marianne Levy at 8. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin continues next. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Get up, get out, do something. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin continues. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160, 1310, and WOBMAM.com.
Good morning and welcome back. I'm Ken Mallett here in for our friend Jeremy Grunin. Today you are listening to Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, streaming live at WOBMAM.com, broadcasting from the beautiful Town Square Media Tower in downtown Toms River. It has been my pleasure this morning to have Steve Beaudoin, an owner of Belmar Window Shop, established in 1975 and creator of the Shelter Shutter, a folding magnetic vision panel cover for school doors, in with us this morning. Thank you so much, Steve. We're sharing some stories about golf, about school safety, about some wonderful organizations such as Rachel's Challenge that are out there for promoting school safety awareness and, of course, anti-bullying campaigns. And this has been a great morning, kind of covering a little bit of everything, a little bit of design and art and window coverings to, of course, a more serious topic of shelter shutters. And it's just been great to have you with us. And Steve, if there is something, and Jeremy always asks his guests, something on the Jersey Shore, either in your profession, in your career, in your community, that you would like to see changed, or if you could change it, if you had the Grunin magic wand, what would that be?
All right, a magic wand. It's in this industry, everything is based on these monster discounts. Home Depot advertises 75% off, 60% off on all these products.
Sure, we've all seen them, yeah.
Everybody in our industry has these ridiculously inflated price lists. I'd love to see it get back to a real dealer price list, where when you're selling something for $2, it costs the dealer about $1 or $1.50.
Right.
And that's something that's really gotten out of control in our business. People advertising 60 and 70% off and 50% off. You can't get 50% off of a real retail. You're selling at your cost or less than your cost. So,
right. So get back to basics, real margins. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can
Not really a Jersey Shore thing, but window treatments in general. So.
All right. Excellent. Well, you're the guy to speak to on that for sure. So let our listeners again know how they can reach you at Belmar Window Shop. Your phone number is?
It's 732-681-4900. And we've got two websites. BelmarWindowShop.com is for Belmar Window Shop. And if you're a school official or looking for information on shelter shutters, it's sheltershutters.com.
Excellent. It has been a pleasure to have another wonderful Jersey Shore business established in 1975 in with us again this morning. There are so many small businesses here with us on the Jersey Shore that really impact our community. Thanks for your contributions to Rachel's Challenge, and thanks for bringing Rachel's Challenge to really our awareness here on the Jersey Shore.
No, thank you for bringing awareness. That's very good of you.
That's awesome. Thank you for saying so. We are looking forward to our next guest on our 7 o'clock hour. We have Captain Lindsay Fuller. He's going to be speaking on charter fishing here on the Jersey Shore. We are excited to have him with us. And of course, at 7:45, the wonderful, the talented Dana Lancelotti will be calling in to let us know what's going on in and around the Jersey Shore for your weekend. I'm Ken Mallett in for Jeremy Grunin. You are listening to Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. We are streaming live at WOBMAM.com, 1160 and 1310 on your radio AM dial. Check us out on the Radio Pup app at 1160 News Talk Radio.